Okay, so I just finished watching Andor finally, season 1. The show to me, well, let me give a little backdrop on how I feel about the latest Star Wars and Star Trek shows. I'm a fan of J.J. Abrams, the whole uh, shoot first, ask question later kind of style of storytelling. I really enjoy that. The new Star Wars movies, episode 7, 8, and 9, that just came out, I thought that they were great movies when they came out. As I'm, you know, moving further out, first off, I don't rewatch them like I used to rewatch the first couple of, 6 Star Wars movies. But Rogue One, definitely liked that one. That was good. Solo was okay, but it was kind of like, did we really need that movie? It just seemed like they were making a movie for a movie. Um, and to, I mean, I don't know how you would have a young Harrison Ford playing Han Solo, but anyway. So basically, back to Andor. So I didn't like it at first. I thought it started very slow. Um, I didn't. I mean, I got it, but I didn't get it. But as the show started progressing, more and more episodes in, I really felt the hook for it. And I kind of dreaded knowing that it was only 12 episodes, that it was going to end soon. So I really, really enjoyed it. So it basically sets up the backstory of Cassian Andor, one of the Bothan spies that got the Death Star plans in Rogue One. But they weren't really Bothans, were they? Or were they? I don't know. I'm horrible with details of stuff like that. I'm pretty sure someone mentioned that it wasn't. But yeah, so it went more into the whole rebellion aspect. So if you read some of the newer, what I would call the new expanded universe novels since Force Awakens came out, like the one that talked about how Princess Leia basically restarted the resistance after she became senator, and they kind of, everyone discovered that, oh, she's the daughter of Darth Vader, and it kind of, so I really enjoyed that whole aspect of it and that telling of it, because I don't feel that every Star Wars show or movie needs to be focused on Jedi's and Sith. So I don't think you need to have that. I think you can talk about other aspects of the galaxy, because there are other things that are going on. Obviously, there's a whole tumultuous war going on, especially now, and you're seeing the beginnings of the rebellion. And then they brought in, which was great. They brought in Forrest Whitaker for Saul Guerrero. That was a great. I really liked that, because it, in Rogue One, you kind of felt that there was a lot of story behind that of what had brought him to where he was in the show. I mean, the movie for Rogue One. So in this show, to kind of bring him in and show the like the mentality and like the whole strategy of everything, of what they were up to. So basically, the show starts out with a big robbery of the Empire to fund the rebellion, and also to hurt the Empire, to basically take their payroll, which can also destabilize some of the Empire and their goings on, because obviously if you work for the Empire as a military person and you're not getting paid, you're gonna maybe not want to do the things that you were doing before. So that was a very interesting thing, the way that they did that. And so the show basically follows around Cassian Andor and his journey into helping the rebellion. And then he basically wants no part of it. He wants to just get paid and get out of it. And then in the show, he tries to just go live a splendid kind of life. And he gets tied up in the in the Empire again. They come to this planet that he's kind of staying on, this resort planet, and he's just out walking about, and they kind of pick him up and put him up on trumped up charges, saying that he was up to no good. Meanwhile, he was just out walking. They put him in a prison kind of place, which is basically what winds up happening with the Empire. They stick you in a prison, you get stuck there, and you think that you're gonna, work out your sentence and go home, but then they find out in this prison place that the people who were scheduled to go home, what they wind up happening to them is they don't go home. They just get sent to another prison to go to die. So he starts a little kind of mini rebellion with the prisoners once they figure all this out. And he gets out of there. Then he goes back home, and the woman who took him in as a child from his planet that he came from, she passes. So he goes back home for her funeral. And the Empire knows that it's a trap that they're going to lay to wait for him. And then also the rebellion is looking for him because he can name the people who are in charge of the rebellion because he's seen them. And they want to keep everything as quiet as possible. So they're looking to kill him. The Empire is looking to get him to find out who the head of the rebellion is, to point them in the right direction. And basically that's the final episode. Basically he saves the people who in the town that were basically being held under occupation of the Empire since he left earlier in the show. And he goes and he gets all his friends out, gets them on a safe ship out of there. But he goes to the guy who was in charge, who was basically looking to kill him because he's the only person who could point him out and name him to the Empire. And he goes to that guy and he goes, "Hey, listen, here I am. You want to kill me? Just kill me. Just get it over with. I'm tired of all this." And that's how the show ends. And that's kind of like really just setting it up for a great second season. I'm really looking forward to that. So, yeah, that's my video journal review. So, yeah, that's what I thought of it. I really enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy it at first, but really enjoyed the storytelling. I really felt that they did a lot, and I'm really happy to see a Star Wars show without having to lean on the crutch of Jedi and Sith, and just relying on the whole rebellion aspect, because I feel that needs to be explored a bit more. All right, later.